It said again, audio device got stuck. Strange. That is strange. Anyway. Let's not play that thing twice. Yeah, that's not going to work, of course, but like that, it should work. I want to randomize them. Randomize. Both solutions use sort minus n and cut. Sort minus r. Didn't know that was possible. It's not really random though. Not really random. I'm gonna go for the dollar random. Yeah. Let's try this one. And we go here. And then I already have that one. Do. Print F. Do you think that will work? Well, let's hope so. Well, no, after this song. It is probably not good enough. Let's just see what it prints. Pretty good. Okay. I have been fighting with this error. I'm JC. Well then, tell me why this is not compiling. C++ is so easy. Or rather, how I can figure out why it is not compiling. I think that first of all I'm going to run a single compile. Then I'm going to run that unfiltered. I'll even be so idiot to go to that directory. So it prints a lot more. And then I have to find out which operator I have to find out which operator it should be using. Well, it should not be using any of this, so I might as well filter this out. Let's say grep minus v. I do not need to see lines that only have spaces. And then a caret. Let's see if that gets rid of all the carets. How does that not get rid of the carets? Because the bloody carets have a color. Well, maybe they don't have a color anymore. No, what they do. I do a grep minus v. Still Gotcha. Whoa. Yeah, I guess the problem is that this is being written to the standard error. So let's write standard error to that. Standard error to standard out. Then we can use grep. And that got rid of the minus signs. Now I want to grab everything except difficult. I'm not sure if grep can do that. I want to grab every line except lines that have a less than, and the lines that start with slash user. But if it does not match, then I want it to print the next line as well. If you get what I mean. So basically it's like after 1, but then inverted. And then matching not operator less than, and also not something that starts with user. That must definitely be an extended grep. Are you kidding me? Is this the only one? Well, all of them start with home. So theoretically this should be the same output as when I did print everything that starts with home. Yep, well, I guess that worked. Am I trying to print a vector? Don't even know that. Yep, I am trying to print a vector. Oh my god. Oh, I'm so stupid. Yeah, sure. Okay, I saw it. Finally, I'm seeing it. I added a new uniform buffer clause, and I'm just blind and thinking that that is the one that it can't print. While in fact it can't print one that already existed. This one. Horrible. Absolutely horrible. Is the thing a template? It's not even a template. And I'm just going to create a new CXX file, I guess. Okay, man. 1 second. Okay, then I'm convinced that Windows is better than Linux. It takes me like several minutes. Uniform buffer. Okay, I'm jumping to here, find the private members, of which you have none. Oh, that's great. A buffer without any private members. Oh, I have an M pointer here, which is for some reason public. Why? Let's make it private and see it break. And I bet that buffer itself has a lot. Buffer has private members or not? No private members. It does have a print on though. Yeah, well, whatever then. Okay, so we are here. I'm going to print. Well, that would be the base class then. Buffer. Print on. That's not going to work. That is. And then we print comma M pointer. M pointer. And I wonder if vulkan memory, I should probably include here. If def cw debug and if include debug, I don't know, vk print on.h, if that is the one anyway. In vulkan memory. And no, that's not the one. What debug does not have. It's vulkan print on. Just have to type it full and full. Vulkan print on. Ah, well, welcome back. Welcome back. And do we have a memory here already? No, we do not. Well, in that case, I'll add one. Well, I don't know, I have a really preference where to add it. Let's add it in the middle. Memory. And then the file that I was editing was in but temp bosh. Nobody has any idea what I just pressed. Maybe I accidentally press a function key. Let me see. F3? No. F4? No. F5? No. Nobody knows. What was I doing? I was trying to edit memory uniform buffer.h. And then this must be vulkan info. Vulkan. Almost. File not found. Descriptor uniform buffer.h. Let's do that slightly different. Substitute Descriptor with share resource. Yeah, probably should have searched some more uniform buffers. And pointer is a pro. Okay, yeah, that's why it was public. Well, I don't like public. It's gonna have to be an accessor from now on. I'm pretty sure I have a shitload of those things. Oh, the rest is, yeah, well, if it is endpointer, then I guess it should be that accessor again. This whole thing is a hack anyway, right? Should be, should not be like this. But let's not deal with it right now. Pointer. We don't have that anymore, but we do have an M pointer in one of the just edited files. That one, no, it is a uniform buffer here. And then I'll have to add an accessor for that. Let's add it right there. Pointer. Accessor. Mr. Shark, how are you? Or maybe Madam Shark. Okay, it compiles. Yeah, what was I doing? I think I made a few changes here that are maybe now no longer necessary. And specifically referring to trying to fix that O-stream print problem. So, having a look at that first. Here we have a memory added to that file, that's correct. Shader resource as well. And then this is maybe not necessary. This adds it to memory, yeah, that's what it is necessary. And here I have, this is not necessary. Let me think, we have here shade input data. I mean, shader resource uniform buffer. Guess that is needed. Starts to get quite a lot again. What I really want, I think, is just to add what I just deleted to all the headers. Do I really want to do that? Yeah, why not? Or maybe not. I don't know. Anyway. Oh, it compiles. So if I look at more in more detail to what I was doing, or which I just changed, is I moved texture to shader resource, which then requires renames here and there. Uniform buffer still exists in memory, but I created another one, also in shader resource. And this one is actually a vector of that one. One uniform buffer for each frame resource. And then we have set key preference. A new class. Texture is now a shader resource. Instead of storing a vector, then I'm just using this. It requires a context for the uniqueness of the descriptor key that it contains. Context is also declared. Okay, this is a for loop which is now replaced by the member function called create on each of these classes, but it gets the same information. Yeah, hello. I don't know how to pronounce it. Chwarul. Okay, I'm changing that and that and that. And what is this? Same thing. And using an access over the pointer. And here I am making my set preferences, and then we pass that to add uniform buffer, which is a new function as well as the add texture, but now we are passing also the preference that we want to be part of, and the reserve bindings on the three sets that we have. And then this is rename. Instead of begin pointer, end pointer is we do the square bracket hack pointer accessor. For the rest, it's just the same thing. And I created a new directory, shader resource, and so we have here synchronous window upload texture. Which is just being moved to a different namespace, so also not really special. Also just moving, allowing to print classes in namespace memory and shader resource that only have a member print on. which we then include in the header of those classes apparently, and I made this private, so it moved and added an accessor and a print on because it was printed. And I have here uniform buffer, which is I guess necessary. Not sure that it is necessary, you know. Gonna have a look at it. This is a reference to uniform buffer, but it is printed. Okay, well then we need indeed this header, so that's correct. Yep, add texture got two vectors of the set KeyPreferences, which I still have to implement. And I added a new function at uniform buffer with the same vectors, which also still has to be implemented. And then we have those two. Yeah, okay, so that was a typo. And key is renamed to set key. And there is a declaration of those things. And this is a fix with considering the changes that I made. More of that. There's another assert false for something that needs to be implemented. And then we are at the end. Git commit wildlife status. I have a lot of new files. I have to look before I commit them. I probably should throw a glance at them. No. To index. All those new files, all added today. Amazing, isn't it? This is just a print on. This is a set key, which is simply a wrapper around a util's unique ID with the print on. Set key context, wrap around the unique ID context. And this is print on over one of those things. This thing. Set key preference is a reference to a set key and with a preference, which is a float. This is an interesting one. Set key to set index. I'm gonna need that. As you can see, it doesn't even have any member functions at the moment, so the map is going to be empty. It's not very useful. And I don't think I have any instance of this added anywhere yet. Okay, this is my create. So this is now a wrapper around that vector, but I added a descriptor set key to it. Okay, there's something definitely missing here. I mean, my shader resource uniform buffer has a descriptor set key. Likewise, my texture should have one, and I don't think I added it. Maybe even before committing this, I should fix it. So we have something like shader resource texture.h, and then I should add that key as well here. Adding it at the top, why not? This is in shader resource. What was it called? Descriptor. Descriptor set key. Shader resource. Oh, what was it called? Just descriptor set key. Yep. Because every shader resource must have one descriptor set key. From now on, as it were. And because it has this, it must be initialized. So maybe I can even look now at the uniform buffer as an example. This thing definitely should have a constructor. Yeah, this constructor here. So we pass a descriptor set key context to it and then use that to initialize the key. And I have multiple constructors here. Just let's put that in front as well. We get here the key. It's now constructed from the context. And then all the other ones, the same thing, except that this constructor is just using another constructor. So pass them all on. There's another one. Oh, that was the last one. Okay, context. Also, I'm pretty sure that we had I added an accessor to the other thing, uniform buffer. Yeah, this is an accessor for the key. Might as well add that. And I'm starting to think if maybe the texture also should be a vector. Ouch. Ouch. If that is the case, then I have to move it back to the other directory again and make a new one here, which contains that one as a vector plus the key. So then now what I'm adding is bullshit, and this must all be reverted again. For now, let's just add it. Yeah, sorry Darian, missed the chat for a bit. I really wish I could see when people left the chat. Well, YouTube now is telling me that there is no Darian in the chat, so then I'm not going to answer. Well, if they just printed Darian left the chat, then I could just see it. So no way I can show that. Can at least add timestamps. But yeah, it's about 2 years that I worked on this repository. I know, I saw you, yeah. I guess that normally in live streams there are like 1,000 people in the chat, and if then you see who leaves and joins, it's yeah, better not. But in a case like this, it would be really handy. There are just a few people anyway. Yeah, I'm afraid. I mean, I have to know really if a texture needs to continue to exist while I'm drawing. We have two things here that might be used. I'm not sure. I guess that whatever the descriptor is referring to is yeah, also must also exist on the CPU side and continue to exist. AKA these two might need to continue to exist, but I'm not sure, which is super annoying. Let me follow the sampler. So I have an accessor for that. Which is being passed to, for example, the descriptor image info. Which is being passed to image info, descriptor rights. I mean, it's even hard to formulate a question about that. I'm gonna attempt anyway. Let's ask the question in general, and then I'm gonna ask something like update a descriptor set with descriptor set using VK update descriptor sets. Where I pass a VK descriptor set. It's an array proxy. But okay, the VK descriptor set is one element. So that would be our descriptor rights, which is a image info. With a dot image info. Image info points to image infos. So that is a VK descriptor image info. Okay, so with a dot p image info pointing to a vector of VK descriptor image infos. Which was this image infos, yeah. Vector of the image were which again which have a dot sampler and a dot image view that then the sampler was a handler. Not in this case. Or it is actually, yes. I think it's this one, right? I was wondering about the texture, so it should be this one, yeah, or these ones. So which have a dot sampler and a dot image view handle to respectively, and the sample is on this one, and I suppose it is necessary that the vulkan objects, that those handles referred to are not destroyed for as long as I am drawing to a pipeline that uses that descriptor set. And now I typed it. It's kind of it seems obvious. Seems like a stupid question, really. So before anyone answers, I'm just going to. Well, let me read the chat. Someone types in capital. Oh, you were the one that was using IMGU. What have you used from their IMGU in this repo? I wrote something myself. See, now I first have to check again if you're still there. Yes, you are still there. Options on site and render in the middle. I don't know what is not working. What is not working for you? Well, I have a link to my GitHub in the description. Though you can look there what I'm doing for the IMGU, but yeah, it's obviously not simple. I'm not really the best person to ask that kind of questions. What is MGR? jumps back. I don't want that. Why does it jump back? Okay. The real question is, if I create a combined image sampler, should I create one for each frame resource? It's a lie. I didn't implement that yet. Yeah. I have no clue. Just gonna let them think about it. Maybe someone enters. Your PC is broken, or maybe it's okay that I do not have combined image sampler for each frame resource, but more or less just, yeah, I don't know, fixed the descriptor. It's kind of static data, I guess. Texture is a texture. Well, if you're coding something for Vulkan, are you coding for Vulkan? If you use IMG, could be OpenGL or something. This is so annoying. I have to, some of the days I'm going to write an AI that takes over this kind of shit. No type name set key. What kind of error is that? It should say missing header. And now this again. I'm getting sick of it. It's nice that I don't have to scroll up to the last error, the first error I mean. But now we have the problem that it's not showing errors. And I couldn't figure out how to grab on end of file, or wasn't supported or whatever. And I'm stuck at fixing my... What is the problem? 2 warnings generated. Okay, I can work with that. Warnings. Warnings or errors. One warning, sorry, so it's like that. Warning or error, and then an S or not, no S generated. Yeah, that was useless. So make. I'm on Linux, so I don't know what VS Code is. Doesn't sound like C++ to me. I'm still not seeing my error. How is that possible? I'm using my bash function IDE, which I'm hacking right now. This is the stuff that is under the hood. When I type make, it's really an AI-like script. This is not working. Why is this not working? Any number of digits at the start of the file followed by warning or error followed by an S generated, or error no input file. That should totally match. Well, I guess that at some point you cannot help that it is not working, and you just have to copy it and test it out on the command line. Yes, I think so. No, this may be a bit too much. I can just write this to what I just copied, and then it doesn't work. Okay, I'm gonna do a cut. Still doesn't work. Oh wait, it actually does work. Because I have a P. Let's remove the B. 2 warnings generated. So it definitely works. It just matches. But when I run this, I don't see any error. Why? Maybe I'm not, yeah, I should match this at the very least then. That totally looks like it should work. I'm going to copy the actual output here. Insert, paste. Thank God, I reproduced it on the command line. Aha, okay. So now I can remove one pipe by at a time, still nothing. And then this did match, so now we do get something. Why? Oh, you see, I just have an IQ of 50. That is the error. And I'm trying to match it as 2 warnings generated. Jeez. So it is warning or errors, and then the generated comes later. I don't even care anymore. Let's do it like that. So that works. Okay, so we do this again, and now finally you know what it is. Set wrap. Do it again, go back, find the thing, errors, stuff generated. Sorry, again. Warning, explicitly defaulted. Default constructor is implicitly deleted. Because set key, etc. Let's hope we can do it without the default constructor then. But I'm afraid you cannot. That's going to be nasty. I guess we have errors as well. Object of type shared resource texture cannot be assigned because its copy assignment operator is implicitly deleted. Copy assignment operator is implicitly deleted because texture has a user declared move constructor. That is strange. So mfont texture is a default constructed mfont texture, which is not possible anymore. This is gonna haunt me. This is going to haunt me. But I have a owning window. Maybe can use that. At the moment that thing is constructed. Okay, the strange thing here is that I'm just assigning it from an R value, am I not? Upload texture returns by value. So there's an assignment from a R value. Why is it suddenly not working? I mean, I would be like, okay, but it did work before, and the only thing I changed was I removed the default constructor. Man, I even have an operator. Assignment operator from an R value. I guess the default is non-existent as well, because our new element does not have an assignment. The set key here does not have an assignment. I think the utils unique ID can simply be copied. There's no real reason that it should not be. Yeah, probably just have a default copy constructor and everything. Yeah? So let's support copy constructing this thing and assigning as well. But if that is already the case, I mean, if it would already have that, then this should just work. I'm highly confused. Highly confused. Really, the only reason I can think of that apparently we cannot move set key. Why not? Why not? Hopefully it's going to complain if I explicitly say that I want them, if one of those is not possible. Let's see what that does. Explicitly defaulted copy assignment operator. It's implicitly deleted. Copy assignment operator of set key is implicitly deleted because the field MID has a deleted copy assignment operator. Not even interested in that. This one is more important. Explicitly defaulted move assignment operator is implicitly deleted. Move assignment operator of set key is implicitly deleted because MID has a deleted move assignment operator. Copy assignment operator is implicitly deleted because MID is a const qualified type. Right. Yeah. Const would invalidate assignments, that's for sure. Removed const or not? That's just a question. It was just the assignment, right? I don't see really a reason why I should not remove const. However, unique ID is with const is like totally unique. I mean, you cannot even make two instances with the same value. And that would also work if I just add a move assignment. So if I would add a move assignment, okay, keep it a reference operator assignment with an R value. Let's call that the right hand side. Turn this. Now I can remove const, but I think that adding this thing here implicitly deletes everything else. So, and definitely I should add a copy constructor then, if it is deleted. So I move constructor. And then we should not have a copy or an assignment at all anymore anyway. So both does just copy, but because they use the move semantics, it still more or less says that, you know, it's not duplicated. So you should only keep one copy. Nah, I could set it to 0 or something like that, but it's kind of silly, I think. I'm gonna leave it like this. So it probably warrants a comment. Allow move constructing and assignment, but not copy. It's all very vague. I don't like it. So now I want to see an error. What the hell? Oh, typo. I still want to see an error on the assignment that I added. What? Oh, there's something else. Okay, so explicit defaulted copy constructor is still deleted. That's good. That's what I wanted. So this is not allowed because I'm not allowing copy. Might as well delete this one as well because this is the normal assignment. But I want to see the error first. Okay, warning: explicitly defaulted copy assignment, implicitly deleted, etc. So indeed that's not possible, not allowed. Call to implicitly deleted copy constructor of unique ID. We have a copy constructor here. And the graph attachment index. See, there's a completely unrelated thing. So apparently before we had a copy constructor. And now we don't. Stupid thing. If a copy constructor is allowed, then assignment should be allowed as well. You can duplicate it anyway. So I should just remove the const, I think. I'll leave this alone. On the other hand, well, depends. Let me see. On the graph attachment index. Not optional. Yeah, I'm not going to move this. Okay, so apparently I was already using the copy constructor. A copy constructor was possible even with the const here, just the assignment wasn't. So I remove the const, then the comment can be gone and this can be gone, and now we just have both copy constructor and assignment. Call to implicitly deleted the copy constructor. Seriously? Is this as a user declared move constructor, which then we should no longer have either, indeed. Yeah. Time to eat dinner. But it doesn't even compile yet, and I don't have dinner in house. I first have to buy it. Probably should go buy dinner. I think I already ate 2 days on a row soup from a can. Call to implicitly deleted default constructor. Default constructor IMQ is implicitly deleted because the field and font texture has no default constructor. I understand it. I'm thinking about a solution. Without a default constructor. I need to have the constructor of this IMQ thing. It does not have one. IMQ. There's only a destructor, which means that it has a default constructor. Then when the hell is owning Windows yet? Oh boy. It is not beautiful. Not beautiful. I'm going to add a IMQ constructor. Oh, what the hell. I'm just going to say, well, we don't have this. I've already said that, I think. Or not. Sorry, I meant delete. So we do not have a default constructor, or was the error already about that? Default constructor IMQ is implicitly deleted. Yeah, so I need to have a look here. So the synchronous window is constructing an IMQ object. I'm going to try to add it here. So that's stupid. I don't know. It should work. I think it should work. Should it work? Not even sure. Really? Anyway, it makes more sense probably to keep everything together here. So we have this constructor. Now I forgot it. What was the bloody thing called? img. Synchronous window is constructed. It was pretty late. So if I construct a thing from with this pointer instead of default constructing it. Does it come after in dependent tasks? Where am I now? In application. That was not the idea. This window. Yep, it comes after that. So I can add it here, and then img must take a synchronous window pointer. Still strange. Might as well set this now, right? Owning window. And then the font texture must be constructed from window. From the owning window, and then the context. Something. I think I'm going to delete this then, because normally we always use a default constructor, but now no more, so I'm going to use a texture that replaces my default constructor. Although this is also a constructor. Probably using those as well. Yeah, I'm using those as well, so let's keep this. I mean, it's a bloody constructor. But then the move assignment must be changed. It shouldn't no longer copy a unique thing. Yeah, that is definitely a problem here. It is a problem. I could construct one of these things without a key, a unique key. Probably that's what I'm doing. And then I'm assigning that to a default constructed texture, which is now no longer default constructed. And we have a colliding a unique ID. They're both different. So then it makes sense to copy that as well, I think. And then just have a default constructor here, which means that I need a default constructor for setKey. Which means I need a default constructor for unique ID, which means it needs to be possible to have an unidentified, uninitialized, I mean, unique ID, which is kind of a horror. What is the best thing to do? What is it? Okay. Why oh why did I do this before committing? Because I would really like to see what I did in the past 10 minutes. I don't want to change this. Don't want to change it. Except the assignment is probably necessary. Let's keep that. I could construct it from the get ID from a unique context, unique context that is a dummy context, and then call that unassigned. It's not safe, but then I don't have to change it at least. This bug would be too hard to find, so I'm adding explicit debug code to track correct usage. Now note that this thing does not have an accessor yet. for MID. So in the end we are going to need that. Might as well add that immediately then. Well, now we can copy let's just make it a by value thing, which returns a MID. That is simply an accessor. And then I can add an assert here, which says that it must be set. Okay, all statics must be instantiated in global namespace. The thing is not debug only, right? No, it's not. And I lost track again, so let's just compile and then see what happens. Hello. Make. Oh yeah, I was going to shop for food and then cook and eat. It's amazing, but I really was going to. I had plans for it. Remember, access into incomplete type. Synchronous window. Ah, maybe. Okay. But didn't we have other plans? I totally have other plans. I didn't have this thing at all. Yippee dev. Hello. No matching constructor for initialization of Vulkan. I am given this. Indeed. No matching constructor for initialization of Vulkan shader resource texture. What the hell? Didn't I add set key context? Yeah, well, I guess I'll have to move this to the base class then. It's a sort of annoying thing. So I have another context here. I might as well add it here. Descriptor. I wanted to be protected instead. Maybe I want to be it. Yeah, I probably should make it private actually, and then add an accessor for it. Okay, it's private. Now let's add an accessor. This class is so big, I have no idea anymore where to add stuff. There's no place that is logical. Accessor, so that's slightly more logical. Let's append it to this as a non-const accessor. There's definitely no accessors anymore. This is still an accessor. Just add it here. Yeah, and then I can call it accessory, but it's probably better to pass the window. Unless I'm assigning it later, which I might do. And then I could just default construct it. Probably has to be assigned later anyway, right? Right? Or not. I mean, I'm thinking about the texture. Error, use of undeclared identifier descriptor. Did you mean vulkan descriptor? Terminal looks ugly, haha. My terminal is almost full screen, full with text. Optimal usage of my monitor. That is, normally I would code like this. That is optimal usage of my monitor. It's about code, not about all kinds of other idiot things. I have no idea what is ugly about code. So if my whole monitor is filled with code, what is ugly about it? Tell me. Isn't it about the code? Undeclared identifier descriptor. Did you mean vulkan descriptor? Yeah, I saw that one before. Call to implicitly deleted copy constructor of vulkan descriptor set key context. Context? Why am I returning that by value? I can assign any button on my keyboard to whatever I want. and mouse keys. Yeah, I assigned button 9 to this menu. Did that myself. And I can program any key for any mode of my editor as well to any editor command. I mean, I'm using NeoVim. That editor is so powerful. You cannot say that you can use a simple button in a GUI and then claim that you cannot do that in NeoVim. Maybe what you mean is that it is low level, if you say. If you start learning it, it's easy to get into it. So low barrier. But the low barrier thing of graphical user interfaces is that you have drop-down menus, so you move your mouse around, you say, hey, here's a button, hey, here's a menu. What happens if I click on it? Oh, I see all kinds of options. So now I don't have to think, I can just click on the next thing in the menu. And then there's another menu hidden under that, and that way you can explore it. But the problem with that is that it is super slow. It's much better not to use a mouse. I use the mouse to double click on things if I want to repeat it. And then it's, immediately it doesn't. Really, so, okay. Otherwise I have to type it by hand and make typos and stuff like that. Was that correct? It was actually correct. But when it's something that's really long, I like to just, you know, copy it with the mouse and then paste it. But for the rest, yeah, I can type fast. No matching constructor initialization off. Okay, this thing here is not starting with the context. And it should. And that context I can get from my, I would say base class, but it's not true. We are in it. Yeah, that's the context. I don't need it. So every time I create a texture, now I have to use that. Anything wrong? I think it's what you are used to. I have no problems with finding the errors. Error no matching constructor for initialization of vulkan shader resource texture. That's another one. But okay, I must say what I dislike about this is that I only have one mouse buffer, and I have something in my mouse buffer now already. So I would like to copy this and then go to that file, but then I lose what I have in my mouse buffer right now. That's annoying. So then I would be helped if I just jump to this place without that I have to use my mouse buffer. Now what I can do is just paste my mouse buffer here and then use the mouse buffer to copy this and then copy it again. Maybe I should promise myself something nice to eat, so that I will go to the shop to buy food. Undefined reference to undefined reference, so it compiles. Ship. Oh, it doesn't link yet. Oh wait, here's a still a compile error. No matching constructor for initialization of the same thing as all the time. All the time. Copy, 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 copy. Bleep, 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 bleep. How many others are there? Sure. Yay, I found another one. Yeah, going to bed on time is also difficult. Guys, it compiles. No linker error even. How is that possible? No warnings, and you'll make clean. How long do you think it will take to compile everything? Let's time it. Time, make. 2.7 seconds. It's not really fair. I'm kind of cheating because I'm using a CC cache that is so fast. It's unbelievable. So I'm really running CC cache. Yeah. If I would empty CC cache and then compile it, then it's going to take considerably longer. Let me try that. CC cache, how can you empty the whole thing? Clean up. Hold clear. So I'm gonna run CC cache clear. And I make clean. And now time my make. So that was 2.7 seconds. All the time is using 32 cores. Now it's using less. Now it's using 1 core. I think my PC is using 350 watt while it's compiling this. It did 52 seconds. And on average, let's say almost a minute. So it's like 16 CPUs in parallel, effectively. With 1 core, it would have taken 15.5 minutes to compile this. Cool. Crash. Oh, that's quick. No, it should file. No, it should file directory. I just compiled it. What? Something is wrong. I think I tried to link it again. So maybe the linker has an error now. Yeah. Our linker has an error and we don't get to see that. Holy moly. It's unbelievable. No, it's not nice. Not nice at all. I really have to figure out how to match the end of the file, otherwise I want to see the error. It's a linker error. No, let's just copy this and then comment it out, and then delete my filter. grab, grab. Undefined references. Right, well, the undefined reference is in function. Undefined reference to uniform buffer print on. For the memory one. And still not. How is it possible to have two errors that cause the same problem? And now it doesn't compile. Invalid operands, you cannot print void. Yeah, indeed, you cannot. Now it really works, and it crashes on a core dump, which is core dump. Assert false failed. Not too bad. We have to implement this, but really I'm going to buy food. So I'll see you guys probably tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe later. That is already, yeah, I don't know, we'll see. Bye bye, see you, especially IMJC, thanks for being here all that time.